Hey, good morning. I'm going to have to talk really loud to run this projector and everything from over here, but this is part of the review. And if you will notice, the first thing that you need to look at is the following. There are 18 letters and only 15 choices. So that should tell you something automatically, that there are at least going to be 3 that are not up there. So as I look at this particular deal, I need to find these particular angles, or the correct term. And if you will happen to notice, we can start with the left side, like a particle moving at a constant speed along a circular arc R, found by taking S, the length of the arc, divided by t time traveled. Well, I know that one's linear speed, and you notice that's not particularly up there, so I know choice A is not even going to be used. So you can mark A out. But let's kind of go over here. I think it might be easier to do it this way. Trigonometry. What is trig? Well, basically, it's the measurement of triangles. So the correct answer to this one would be letter what? C. Yay! All right. So let's look at an angle. An angle is what? It's basically determined by rotating a half ray about its endpoint. Letter D on this particular problem. Let's show that right there. Maybe it shows up a little bit better. Okay. So we have that one's D. What is the initial ray? Remember, initial was the starting point for the starting ray. So let's kind of look at our choices here. What do we have along those lines right there? Oh, look. The starting position of the ray at an angle. That would be choice K. All right. We can't hardly see that right there. You got to make that little thing a little bit better. Well, if that was the starting one, the terminal side would be the ending one. So which letter has that? Well, that would be the position of the ray after rotation in an angle. Choice J. Woo! Yay! All right. So we're doing pretty good here. Vertex. What is the vertex? Well, basically that's the end point. Oh, look, right there, H, the end point of an angle. Letter H for the vertex. Now we see the word acute. And I know most of you are pretty well used to acute being like 90 degrees or less. But now we're not talking about degrees, we're talking about radians. So I'm looking down through here. Oh, look, types of angles between 0 and pi over 2. Pi over 2 is the same thing as 90 degrees. So I know that my answer to this one has to be letter what? Letter R. Letter R right there. Kind of hard to see it, the other thing I thought maybe I messed up. But it is letter R. Okay? Now, positive angles basically are angles that rotate in the positive direction. Remember, starting position is on the x-axis. It's got to go up first, meaning it's rotating counterclockwise, which would make it choice P. You can see it right there, barely on the screen. All right? Then we have radian, radian, radian. So what is the definition of a radian? Well, basically it's the measurement of a central angle whose arc is equal in length to the radius r of the circle. Radian, radius, see it right there? So I know the correct answer to that one is letter I. Yay! Okay, now then, we have coterminal angles. And what are coterminal angles? Well, coterminal angles are two angles that have the same initial and terminal side. So, oh wait, there it is right there, letter L. Two angles that have the same initial and terminal side. So we'll look at that right there. Now, supplementary usually means two angles that add up to 180 degrees. Only 100, we're talking about radians, not degrees. So therefore, instead of adding to 180, it has to add up to pi. So that would be this choice N. Two positive angles whose sum is pi. All right? Well, if we had positive angles being angles that rotated counterclockwise, then negative angles have to be O, that generate angles generated by rotating clockwise. So 11 would have to be O. All right? Now then, what is standard position? Remember, I talked about that a second. That's where the vertex is at the initial, at the origin, And then we also have to be along the x-axis. So as we're looking around here, I think I'm going to have to rotate my screen up and see if I can... Oh, wait a minute, look, right there. The origin is at the vertex and coincides with the positive x-axis. So the correct answer would be letter what? Letter F. Okay. What is an obtuse angle? Well, an obtuse angle is an angle larger than 90 degrees, but smaller than 180. But once again, we've got to use the radian measure. 90 degrees is pi over 2. 180 is pi, so it would be choice Q. Now, if we got supplementary right about two angles that add up to 180 degrees, complementary would be two angles that add up to 90 degrees, which means two positive angles whose sum is pi over 2, or choice M. Choice M. Now that means this to degree, which is the last one up here for us to find. Now we still have 4 letters we haven't used. You've been marking them out. But we know a degree is like 1/360th of an angle. Way up here, see that right there? 1/360th of an angle. That would be it. Making it choice what? Hold on a second. I'm trying to... There we go. Choice E. And we have all of our choices now showing up right there for us. So that would be all the letters that we'd have on that particular deal. Remember, all those will be on the test.